Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Everybody is wondering why this happened to me and why like this. So there goes a story like this. There was a king who went for hunting, and while coming back, he gets married, and then the new queen and he are getting back to the kingdom. It gets very dark, and they have to settle in a place. There is a priest, head priest, and he has a hermitage. The soldiers go to him and request him, and the priest happily gives his place for the king and the queen. And while sleeping, the king keeps the sword on the window, which was open, and he goes to sleep. The queen is not able to bear the beautiful moonlight which falls on the sword, and then, very eager to know what is that which is shining so much, she goes to see that the sword falls on the king and the king dies. She goes unconscious, and next early dawn, when all the soldiers come and see what happened, there is no one here. Who did this? The blame goes on the priest who gave them the place, that he must have killed them, killed the king. But then he is a priest and he is into puja, worship. Why kill him? Let us give him a punishment, saying that they cut his hands. And the priest wonders why this happened to me. So he's wondering and goes to Haridwar, to an astrologer's place, and then wants to know about his this act. Then what happens? The astrologer's wife, who is there, calls him inside, and when she starts talking, she's only blaspheming her husband. And the priest wonders, the astrologer himself is married to such a wife. What is this? He himself knowing all this. Let me know about him first. When the astrologer returns, he asks him, what is this? You are married to such a wife who is all the time blaming you. Then the astrologer tells him, come on, I'll tell this story. I was a crow and she was a donkey on the banks of the river Ganges. I went on pecking her wound, and when the beak got stuck, we both fell in the Ganges. And because we drank the Ganges water, we got this human birth as an astrologer and my wife. I know my past, but she doesn't remember. I just don't want to repeat this again. That's why I tolerate whatever she tells and smiles. So, okay, now tell me about me. What happened to me? Why my hands were cut? You were a priest too in your last birth, but then you were the cause of a death of a cow. A great thing happened. Cow is always worshipped. So when the cow is given any punishment, the Lord doesn't accept that. So the untouchable is going behind a cow which is trying to escape from him, and there you come and tell the untouchable that the cow is going like this with both of your hands, and these two hands were the cause for the death of the cow. So your hands were cut, and the untouchable was born as a king who was killed, and the cow was born as a queen. So the story goes like this. What goes around comes around. These stories tell us not to repeat our mistakes. Human birth is to realize the highest, the best, and get freed from all the entanglement of repeated birth and death. Hare Krishna.